What's up, everyone? For those of you guys that don't know who I am, I'm Sniper Mike. Been trading since 2015 and over now 500K in verified profits. It took me a little bit to get the consistency down, but after about 3 years of on and off trying to figure things out, that's where I was able to figure things out. In the past 7 years, have just been consistent green after green. Now, finding those green after green years comes from a lot of digestion of patterns and what to look for, what to even buy. My hardest thing when I first started trading was, what do I look at? I used to look at Apple, Walmart, Amazon, those big stocks that barely move anywhere, and I didn't have too much money in my account, about $3,000 when I first ever started trading. So with $3,000, you can't make too much in Apple, Walmart, and Amazon. You got to find stocks that move 10, 15, even 50% in one day. And if you dive deep enough, you'd be surprised you can find that. And that's what I'm here to do for you every single day, as well as in this video. We're going to go over a specific sector, and there's going to be 2 stocks that I'm going to specifically highlight that I think we should keep our eyes on within the next week and definitely month, with some key things that are going to be coming up in the world. So big runners, 15 to 50% plays usually is Bitcoin. That's what a lot of people think. Bitcoin, altcoins, but that is not true. You could find that in the stock market. And there's a lot of small caps that actually give you those opportunities. So let me dive you in and show you the 2 key stocks that I'm talking about today. Today I want to go over one specific sector. And that sector is the space sector. The space sector is one that I think nobody is talking about right now, but it's interesting. Why is no one talking about it? Next week, exactly a week from today, well, next Wednesday, April 1st, they are scheduling Artemis 2, which is the spaceship that's going to be going to the moon. So we actually have 4 astronauts that are going to be heading to the moon on April 1st, and not too many people are talking about it. We did start to see some movement in some space stocks. So let's highlight that really quickly. If you guys are new with me, I always am live with my community every day in the Simpler Trading website under the Stock Mavericks chat room. So come check me out every day. We trade live twice a day. So you might know about these stocks if you've been with me before. But if you haven't, this is my small space stock watch list. So go through the watch list. It's not large at all. You actually have an ETF for space stocks, and it's actually great to see the ETF name UFO. There couldn't be a better ETF for space stocks than UFO right there. But the 2 stocks that I want to highlight, if you want to put all of these on your watch list, that's a great idea. There's 2 in particular that I want to highlight today, and my favorite one is SIDU. SIDU is a space-related stock. It does have earnings the day before it blasts off, and I don't usually like to bet on earnings, but if you zoom out to SIDU, you can see this stock is a former runner, running from $1 all the way to $7.65 in the past, and then you have some recent run-up from $1 all the way up to $5. So 2 great opportunities already and good runs that have happened. The stock has came all the way back down to this $2 range, but now I want you to realize that we have been consolidating long enough, in my opinion, to officially break out of this 265 spot. So put some alerts at 265. That's the spot I'm waiting for this to break. If you want to buy it a little before that, you can. And I'll usually like to try to buy 265 using around 250 area as cut if it's able to hold that. And we're going to see if we can blast off here, just like Artemis 2 is going to be blasting off to the moon in about a week from now. So keep an eye on SIDU. I don't usually like to bet on the day of earnings, so you might have to be careful next Tuesday. But other than that, let's see if we can get a huge move leading up to this blast off. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is LUNR. Another one that's had a huge run in the past from $7 to $24, took a huge dip, recovered, and if we are going to make that next leg up, it looks like it's probably going to be next week with all this news happening. So LUNR and SIDU are 2 huge space stocks that I think everybody should be keeping an eye on to make a huge potential move and possibly break out in LUNR and for SIDU, come up to multi-month breakouts. Right now, they're not moving much, but you'd be surprised what can happen when you get some sector momentum that comes along the way. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I try to make one a week now, so hit that subscribe button, hit the like button below, show some love, and if you are interested in trading with me live every day, come check me out in the Simpler Trading website under Stock Mavericks. Trading 9 a.m. opening all the way till 10 a.m. And then we're trading the afternoon, my favorite time, power hour, from 2:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern. So come check me out live. Much love, guys. Stay safe, and let's go tag these bags in these space stocks. Good luck to the astronauts out there next week. Let's make history.